Welcome to Mythical Kitchen, where we all gotta eat and we all gotta learn from the past. Because today we are going on a journey of scientific discovery through the ages. And what better person to go on that journey with me than the host of SciShow and Ask Hank Anything, Hank Green. Welcome to the show.
Hi.
What's
I
up, man?
love being here. There's so many nice people, and also you feed me.
We do feed you, yeah. We make that kind of a facet of every show. You don't know what we're feeding you yet today.
No idea.
Because we're gonna go on a journey over the last 100 years of the biggest scientific advancements in food.
Nice, it's a smart idea.
Thank you so much.
I really don't know. Food is one of the top things. And
I agree.
It's been important the whole time.
That's how we almost pitched this channel. We just said food, one of the top things. It's sold.
Yeah, I mean, top 5, I'd say.
And so much of human history was just trying to figure out how to get enough of it.
Yeah.
In the last 100 years, there's really been a big change in that.
We've had a lot.
Yeah,
Now it's like, how do we have the best of it?
Truly.
Which is maybe a problem. We should I think a lot of problems would be solved if food was a little less tasty.
I actually agree with that too, and we're going to get into that. Do you have any guesses on what scientific discoveries we're going to go through today?
Are we going to talk about emulsifiers? Are we going to talk about how we spray flavors on things? Like how do you get Dorito flavor to stick to Doritos?
Kind of going to talk about that in one of them, but I love that you're heading towards the Dorito route because we'll get there.
Doritos are one of the great innovations, but I don't know that they have been a net positive.
Yeah, that's a fair point. We're going to go through the net positives and net negatives and all this, but you ready to eat?
Oh my God, yes. I'm super ready. The great thing about this is I know not to eat at all today.
You're welcome.
So now I'm ready. I'm going to be hungry the whole time. I'm going to be hungry at the end. Well, this was like a real magic trick.
It really was. And we have a real magic ingredient here because we're going all the way back to 1908 with the discovery of the fifth taste.
Oh.
Umami.
That was more than 100 years ago, but that's okay.
Well, okay, so hear me out. We're making a recipe from 1930.
Okay, great.
And so,
no, I'm not giving you a hard time about this. Umami is so weird because I can't really call it to mind.
Yeah.
You know, bitter, sour, sweet, very, immediately I can, feel them. Mm-hmm. Umami, I can't really.
Do you want to feel it?
Yeah.
Because I literally
Is there a way to get pure umami? Is that what MSG does?
That literally is what MSG is. The term umami did not exist until Kikune Ikeda developed this in 1908. And what basically happened is he was working at a Japanese chemical manufacturer. Do you feel that? Mm-hmm. That's umami.
Wow.
The term umami literally comes from the Japanese word umai, which means deliciousness. Then you add mi to turn it into a noun, so it's just the essence of deliciousness. But he was working at the University of Leipzig in Germany. And so for the first time, this is in, the 1900s, Japan finally expanding to the rest of the world. And so for the first time, he's eating European foods.
Yeah.
So he tastes tomatoes, he tastes cheese, he tastes sausages, things he'd never had before. And by the time he gets back to Japan, his wife, this is at least the apocryphal story, his wife makes him a bowl of miso soup and he's eating it and he goes, I've had that taste before. What does that taste? And he starts prodding around the soup and he eats the kombu kelp. And so being a chemist, he boils 90 pounds of kombu kelp.
Wow.
And then he adds enzymes to it to basically try and isolate different properties. And he is left with pure glutamic acid that he tastes and goes, that's what's in the cheese, that's what's in the tomatoes,
Yeah,
that's
it
in
does
sausages.
have a very good cheese flavor.
Parmesan is the perfect example of pure
Just
umami.
putting that umami in. That's really weird to eat on its own.
I know.
Because it's not a strong, it doesn't hit bitterness or sourness or sweetness does. But it's very much not any of those things.
And this obviously,
kind of a lot of it to feel it in its essence.
And they actually didn't discover specific umami receptors on your tongue until 2000.
Oh.
So for 90 years, we're kind of just guessing.
We knew that it was there, but we didn't know why. I mean, the part where I have, and this is super strange. So acid is just the flavor of sour.
Yeah.
And acid is just an increase in the number of protons in the solution. So kind of we can taste protons, which is a little upsetting to me.
The taste of acid is proton?
It's just protons. And it's protons specifically sort of falling across a channel into a cell. So there's a higher amount outside than inside. And if there's a higher amount outside, then they fall inside because it's falling down a hill basically. Goes through this channel, activates the beginning of a nerve. Oh, you're making sliced bread.
I'm making sliced bread. No, I was listening to that. I'll tell you about the sliced bread in a second.
All of the tastes are different ways, and they're interestingly not all the same way, of detecting a chemical world.
Yeah. And they all have It's like a threat reward detection system.
Oh, yeah.
Evolutionarily. And so like tasting those chemicals, acid likely meant either A, the fruit was underripe and it was gonna make you poop your pants.
Yeah, could be, yeah.
Or B, that it was spoiled, which you end up with like lactic acid and spoiled dairy, stuff like that. But then also the reason we find acid pleasant is because it could signify vitamin C, or essential vitamins. And so umami, the reason that this is a specific taste to detect glutamic acid is because that has to do with proteins not only existing but breaking down. So you mentioned the Maillard reaction earlier. That is literally formations of glutamic acid by breaking down protein. Because humans developed we developed big old human brains by eating broken down protein.
And it's interesting because you can't really, like, you could taste sugar. But you can't really taste protein. Like if you just have like pure whey protein in a glass, you have to have a little bit of something happening to it, but you want to be able to taste protein because it's a very, like, you're not going to live without that.
Yeah, what's really interesting is, like, raw meat doesn't have umami, but cooked or fermented meat does. So, like, a salami is like a fermented meat where you have a ton of glutamic acid in it. But yeah, so Ajinomoto was the original company that started marketing monosodium glutamate in 1910, and in Japan they were really successful in marketing it to, like, housewives. But then when they were trying to bring it to Taiwan and especially America, they didn't really have success. And then in America, where they found success was in the industrial food sector, which is where Americans really started consuming MSG. And the first big buyer of MSG from Ajinomoto, which now does $12 billion in revenue per year.
Oh, so it's the same company.
Literally the same company, yeah.
That's wow. That's like how the guy who invented air conditioning's last name was Carrier, and now the Carrier is a giant air conditioning company still.
I
find that very strange when that happens.
That's actually the crazy thing of like looking at so much of this food history, and you'll see some familiar names later, but it's literally these people that started a company in 1850 that are still like kind of affecting us today. And so the recipe that I'm making, you might be wondering, what the hell I'm doing here?
Yeah, well, I don't mind. I think probably a bunch of butter and bread's gonna taste good.
A bunch of butter and bread's gonna taste good. And then if you see all the clues, this is a very simple recipe.
Are we gonna hit paprika? Is that what that is?
We're gonna get some paprika in there. So if you look at, this is a 1930 pamphlet that Ajinomoto made to try and get the American market called 15 New and Delicious Recipes for a New Taste. And they have a recipe for Ajinomoto soup. So this is an example. Without stock.
We're not gonna put stock. It's just gonna be, is that butter? Is that milk?
That's just milk.
Okay, good.
It's gonna taste great, we think.
Is there gonna be salt in this?
There's none in the recipe, so we are trying to cook.
Is it salted butter?
No.
I'm looking at the recipe, there's salt in it.
Hank, what if I told you I never learned how to read? I just understand that there are
this makes more sense now that there's salt in it.
Correspond to sounds.
That was not.
It really does.
Yeah, it's a full teaspoon of salt.
Full teaspoon of salt. I'm gonna guesstimate on the teaspoon of salt.
4 cups of milk.
Yeah, well, the 4 cups of milk are in there, Hank. How long does it say to cook this thing?
Cook the bread and the butter until light brown. Add the milk and seasoning. Heat. Add parsley. And then I assume that the last step is put it inside of Hank Green.
That is the unspoken last step. How much MSG am I using in this?
I think also a teaspoon. Wait, make me sure. 1 teaspoon.
1 teaspoon MSG going in. And then, of course, there's all of the anti-Asian racism in America that comes with MSG. People have sensitivities to MSG in the same way that they would have sensitivities to sugar and salt and whatever. And there's like literally no factual basis that MSG is bad for you in any way.
And also, like, it's in all kinds of food.
Yeah.
The idea that it's, because it like comes in powder, that does not mean that it's not also in cheese.
Exactly, yeah. And then, even then, if Chinese restaurant syndrome was real and people were getting headaches and fainting and all that stuff, Campbell's Soup was using tons of MSG. Campbell's and Heinz were the 2 biggest buyers of MSG in the 30s in America.
Heck yeah. I remember going to my friend's house and making Steakums and just pouring it on there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, what were you pouring? You were pouring
Steakums?
No, what were you pouring on the Steakums?
MSG.
Pouring pure MSG on the Steakums?
Well, meat tenderizer is I think what they call it. Yeah.
Do you remember what brand it was? Was it called Accent?
I do not remember the brand. I do remember the brand of Steakums.
I love
Steakums.
Do you know the only ingredient in Steakums? I was shocked by this. It's a 1 ingredient product.
Yeah, it's just beef.
It's beef.
The beef, baby. Beef sheets. It's those good, pure beef sheets.
But you look at the sheets of beef and you go, surely they're using things other than beef. This can't be pure beef.
No, it's good stuff.
And then it's pure beef.
Man, I love me a Steakum. Should have told you to put steak. I bet Steakums would be good in this.
Oh my God, dude, we almost were so close to doing mechanically separated meat products as one of the 5, and that I don't know if that would include Steakum. I don't know if Steakum uses.
No, it's not making. No, they're just beef sheets.
Just beef sheets.
Yeah, pure beef sheets.
But it's not a whole muscle cut. There's some amount of grinding.
That sounds like your business, not mine.
I'm not trying.
That's none of my business.
Hank, I'm not trying
what
to
the
take.
Steakums people do to the cows is none of my business.
I'm not trying to take the Steakums out your hands, Hank. All right. You can drink your raw milk, eat your Steakums, do what you want.
Okay.
Here we have it.
All right.
A Ajinomoto soup from 1930, although MSG being invented in 1908.
It's a little hot. Ooh, it's
Yeah,
delicious
yeah.
already. It tastes like it's got meat in it.
That's crazy.
Oh my God.
Dude.
The wild thing is that tastes like the fucking Steakums that I had with Jeff back in 1996. That tastes like Steakums.
This is the scientific version
To
of
my
the
brain.
Ratatouille moment where you flash back to your childhood.
A little bit.
But you taste pure MSG and you go back to Steakum.
Yeah.
I went back immediately to my hometown Chinese restaurant and the egg drop soup. I remember tasting a Ajinomoto for the first time and just going, poof. You're at Wan Ho in Rancho Santa Margarita,
Yeah.
and a Real Housewife just walked in. And you go, what are you doing here? You here for the $4.95 lunch special?
Oh yeah. There's like a couple of dogs walking around, and the fluorescent light in the kitchen's buzzing, and we're frying up Steakums. We're gonna go hacky sack in the front yard.
Oh man, this is great. It tastes like you're 35% of the way to a clam chowder.
Yeah.
You know? So Hank, I'm making you a recipe that was published in Capper's Weekly in Kansas by a woman named Mary Halstead in 1939.
Uh-huh.
But I realize there's a couple things in this recipe that could be the scientific advancement. Do you have any guesses?
Well, first I have to say about this collection of foods that I'm not excited in the way that I was when you showed me bread and butter.
Yeah. Yeah, the first two recipes are they're a little wacky. They don't get better from here.
They don't get better from here?
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
But I'm hungry.
You'll have calories to eat, I can guarantee.
Okay. I looked at the pickles. So you know what sodium diacetate is?
I actually don't.
So acetic acid is vinegar, and it is produced naturally when you ferment a pickle. But naturally fermenting pickles is kind of a pain in the butt to get them to taste like pickles. And so oftentimes now, this is not always the case, but oftentimes now, you just put the pickle in vinegar. You like make the vinegar yourself, and you can make the vinegar at home just buying sodium diacetate crystals. But you cannot just buy acetic acid, which is the thing that's dissolved in vinegar to make vinegar. So vinegar is like 10% acetic acid or something, and the rest of it's water. But you can't just give someone pure acetic acid. You can. It's dangerous, one. Two, you can't give them like powdered acetic acid, because if you like just get it onto the solids, it's extremely like water hungry. It will pull water out of the air and it will make itself wet. And then you have this wet powder, and that's not helpful.
This would have been about the time when pickles like became a big industry. Heinz was actually really big in reaffirming public trust in industrial food because they opened up their factory in New York after
interesting.
like The Jungle by Upton Sinclair and the formation of the FDA. Heinz was really big about that. But we're not talking about that, and we're not talking about about American cheese either.
Cheese.
We are
That
talking
seems
about
like a big deal.
This kind of was a big deal. Here, you want to slice appetizer?
Oh, I would love a man. People talk bad about American cheese just because it's fake, but that doesn't mean it's not good.
Like my dad said, if I can touch it, it's real, and I can touch American cheese, and that's real.
Oh man, that's good.
delicious.
So is it frozen vegetables that you're about
Is
to make? Okay.
frozen vegetables. Clarence Birdseye, which again, it's just a guy named Clarence
That's
Birdseye.
just a guy whose last name is Bird. These people have great last names.
But anyways, he was an American naturalist in the early 1900s, kind of in the like rugged individualist Teddy Roosevelt way, where back then naturalist meant you wanted to kill as many exotic animals as possible. You can eat that; it's just not going to affect the recipe. I like the nice thick boys too. But anyways, he worked as a surveyor for the American government, studying tick epidemiology, and then that ended up with him being in Labrador, up in modern day Canada. It wasn't Canada back then yet. But he was fishing with an Inuit tribe, and he noticed that when they pulled fish out of the water into the negative 50-degree winds, the fish would freeze instantaneously. And they'd been doing this for centuries.
Yeah.
And so they would just defrost the fish, and he noticed that it was as good as the fish would be fresh.
Amazing.
Whereas when you would conventionally freeze things, because frozen food kind of been around, like ice houses have been around since ancient Sumeria. But the problem is when you're freezing food really, really slowly, as you know, like ice expands when frozen.
Those crystals break all the cells.
Exactly, and so
It's
like
slimy.
it would break all the cells in the fish and it would become mushy and crappy. But he developed a method inspired by that Inuit fishing village where he invented the double belt spiral freezer.
I love the name.
It's really sick.
It's got two belts and a spiral.
And it really does. I'll tell you what happens. So you put the food on a conveyor belt. He started doing this with fish fillets, but obviously expanded into frozen vegetables later. But you put it on a conveyor belt, and then they go through these two large turbines in alternating spirals, and then it just blows negative 50-degree air at it.
That'll do it.
That'll do it.
Where do you get negative 50-degree air?
I don't know. I was hoping you could figure that out.
From the carrier company, like refrigerators?
It might have been, because I think this is still pre, like, Freon even.
Yeah. But would there have been fridges?
There would have been early forms of fridges back then, but not commercial.
Yeah, I mean, like, originally, refrigerators were not for, like, keeping food cold. They were for industrial applications.
Problem is, though, when you're marketing frozen foods and ain't nobody got no freezers to keep it in, it's a little bit, of an uphill battle. And so eventually he had to sell his company to...
You can go easy on the pickles.
I'll go easy on they're sweet pickles. Does that make it better or worse?
A little bit better.
We'll do a little homeopathic drizzle.
No, you can put more than that in. It's okay. There was a lot of them.
This is Mary Halstead's recipe with the newfound technology of frozen peas at peak ripeness, Hank.
Peak ripeness, frozen peas.
You nailed it.
Pickles.
Yeah.
American cheese, which they had already invented as well.
Yeah.
As many peas as you. Oh,
Have
thank you.
Thank you. It's like hungry hippos with Hank Green. But anyways, frozen food. So frozen food, World War II basically comes around. They need to ration canned.
This is the recipe.
Hank, they didn't know what to do. This was new. We grew up with this. Mary Halstead in Kansas in 1939.
I've never seen it before.
You ever seen the early banana
how do we
recipes?
put Jello in there?
We thought about doing Jello. We thought about it, but we're like, is Jello really important? Because this transformed the world, right?
Yeah,
this transformed
for
the way
sure,
that the world ate.
for sure.
This transformed the appliances that were in people's homes.
Yeah.
Because World War II, you had a lot more women entering the workplace,
Yeah.
so convenience foods were bigger, but they couldn't eat canned foods because the troops needed them. We needed to send them to our boys over in Dunkirk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so frozen foods suddenly hit the world, and that's how you get Mary Halstead just writing in with, maybe we put peas and American cheese. Why am I spooning? I'm gonna dump.
Yeah, just dump. We don't have. This is
dump
not
it there.
meant to be a pretty dish.
Yeah, Hank, there's no garnish.
Put as much as you want in there.
There
That's
you go. That's fair. Yeah. There's a hair too. I'll take that out.
No,
That'll be
it
mine.
was. That
That'll
was a
be
big
mine.
one. That
That's
couldn't. Was that yours?
Nope. Someone else's.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of people.
I'll like that
in
one.
here.
You can have this. This one's gonna be more mayonnaise heavy.
That's probably better.
Well.
You know what I can say about this is if I eat a whole bowl of it, I probably won't be hungry anymore.
I agree entirely. You're welcome. Yep. Well. A positive thing I can say, it tastes like all the things I put in it.
It does, and it tastes like all of them individually. It doesn't taste like a recipe. Weirdly, the thing that I might like the least about it is is there cucumber?
No, that's celery. That's the celery.
Oh,
the
it's the celery. That's what I don't like.
Same.
Yeah, if we kept the celery out, I think that would be kind of good.
But Hank, you're growing celery in your victory garden to save all the commodity crops for the troops over in Dunkirk.
No, I'm saving that. I'm saving that for my stock.
Ooh.
That's going in the stock. 100%. It's really not going in the whatever this is.
Hank, you ready to go to the 50s where surely the food's gonna get better?
I don't believe that's gonna happen.
Hank, we're traveling all the way to the 1950s. Sputnik is in the sky.
Okay.
The Honeymooners is on, maybe.
I have probably.
Raytheon's trying to figure out what to do with all their magnetrons after World War II ended.
And you're gonna make me an egg. Look, I've looked at the ingredients that you've prepared for me today. There's nothing you can make with this besides an egg.
You are correct that we are making an egg. So the origin of this recipe.
But we were making eggs before the 1950s.
We certainly were.
There's nothing. I am having to stretch my mind, unless you're talking about like industrial chicken production. Oh, okay.
The microwave oven.
It's the device, it's not the ingredient.
Invented by Percy Spencer filed the patent in 1945, and that date is really important because Percy Spencer was literally like the world's best power tube maker.
Okay.
He was an orphan in Maine. He was like a self-taught electrical engineer who served in the Navy. Then he ended up working for Raytheon after World War I, and then during World War II, he was in charge of their power tube department, which was important for making radar ranges, which was still very emerging technology.
Yeah.
And Percy Spencer basically single-handedly created a process to increase magnetron production from 100 to 2,500 a day, and you can see a direct increase in the Royal Air Force's kill rate against the Luftwaffe because of his advancements.
All right.
Then the war ended.
And he was like, what do I do with all this knowledge?
Correct.
My grandfather was in the Korean War, and he would tell us about how they used to stand in front of the microwave communication arrays to warm up. And they like put their wet socks in their pockets.
Yes, that is literally how, at least the apocryphal story, how Percy Spencer created the microwave oven because he had a candy bar in his pocket.
Oh.
And he was, walking in the magnetron to production facility, and the chocolate melted.
Yeah.
And he went ding, ding, ding. But that's what they say. But also, people had been warming themselves with microwaves since the 30s. They were literally using heating techniques for healing soft tissue injuries using microwaves.
They were like, this got to be useful for something.
They do. I've got an ultrasound. What are ultrasounds?
The sound. It's sound waves.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was an ironic
But
thing.
like ultra.
Wait till Mega Sound comes out. It's really gonna flip. The microwave was originally marketed not as a home appliance to heat up leftovers, but as this fancy new space age technology, because it really does have cool cooking properties that frankly nobody has really tried to unlock.
Right. It does it different.
Yeah,
we talk about convection ovens, but that's just an oven with a fan.
Yeah, exactly.
An air fryer. This is a totally different situation.
Totally different situation.
And I think that something happened where we were like, that's not cool actually. It was too cool.
Yeah.
And there was and we were still inside of the microwave oven backlash.
I actually think you can trace that to kind of Rachel Carson environmental movement in the 70s.
Sure, there's just let's get back to nature.
Exactly.
Let's just have hot come from heat.
Yeah.
Not from bong. That's
correct.
Yeah.
This recipe, it actually comes from a Michelin-starred chef and great humanitarian, Jose Andres. He says that this is the best omelet of all time, and he makes one for himself every day.
Oh man.
And it is.
I want to have the best omelet of all time. That's going to be way better than the last thing we had.
I've never done this before. It's a very simple recipe.
You've never made the best omelet of all time?
No, because I don't believe him.
It has 4 ingredients.
I literally don't believe him. I think I've had the best omelet of all time, and I don't think this could possibly be it. I'm adding a little bit of oil to a ramekin because he says to grease the sides with some oil or butter.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see. Yeah. Come on. Okay, come on. You want to come up here and cook? You want to come up here and cook?
Well, this is actually similar to something that I eat quite frequently.
Which is?
Cottage cheese, egg, and then whatever else I want in there, often edamame.
Cottage cheese, egg, and edamame.
Yeah, and then I put them in muffin cups and I cook them, and I have 12 of those that I can snack on.
Actually sounds really nice.
Yeah.
And very healthy, actually. Mayonnaise emulsification of egg and oil and acid and salt, and so that's kind of just gonna add some more fat to this. I'm not gonna add salt till the end because we already got that with the mayonnaise.
They got spatula? Get it all out.
Hold on.
Okay. When did spatulas stop being spatulas and they became a new thing? That's a different thing from a spatula?
Hold on.
But spatulas are now flippers?
Yeah. Do they call them flippers?
Sometimes at the store I see a spatula and it says flipper.
Yeah, because people call. They're calling. You just have these on deck? To me, this is a spatula.
Yeah.
This is a spatula.
Yeah.
But now I have to call this a diner spatula, and then people call these spatulas. But I call these silspats.
Silspats?
Silicone spatula.
Oh.
And not to be confused with a silpat.
I would never have got there.
Silspat?
I would not have gotten from silspat to silicon spatula.
I feel like I can't ask him anything, you know what I mean? I feel like he doesn't even know silspat.
Look, I like to learn. What could I say?
I don't know, but I think we should all get back to the Scottish spurtle.
What's that mean?
I was watching TV at 4 in the morning. You know how you do. Women's softball.
You should do
D2.
better, but okay.
What are you gonna do? But anyways, there was an infomercial for the Scottish spurtle, and it was a woman who used to be Martha Stewart's food stylist, and she has a spurtle company. It's a porridge stirrer that's just a large kind of wooden oar, but they sell the spurtles in all different sizes, and you can do anything with it. And I've never seen somebody more clumsily flip a pancake with an instrument than someone trying to take a giant porridge stirring oar and just
trying to get it underneath a pancake or an egg or something?
Yeah, I don't think that company took off. Hank, I'm gonna microwave this.
Okay.
And it's gonna. Do you know what microwaves are? Because I don't.
I know what a microwave is. It's like that.
Yeah, but what is it? Converts electric energy into
microwaves. So a form of electromagnetic radiation.
Okay.
Like light is.
And if I know what radiation is technically, but if you were to explain it to yourself,
so it is photon.
You'd say something like.
So like light, but it goes off in other directions. You've got X-rays are also a kind of light that carry more energy and in different ways. And there's ultraviolet light, and there's infrared light, and there's microwaves, which are little ones.
They're all forms of light?
Yeah. And there's big ones like gamma rays. They're all the same thing. They're just photons with different amounts of energy and different wavelengths.
But why come this makes the water and fat molecules vibrate?
Because as the photons come in, they're actually able to, because I think, I did not do research before this, I think it's because the actual bonds in the chemicals are the right size to like kind of be antennas for that light.
Whoa.
And it gets into the bonds and it wiggles, it like is absorbed by the bonds, and then they start to wiggle more, and that's heat.
It's so funny because I can tell you all about like the what and the when and the who.
But there's a fact check on the screen right now that someone has written to make sure I didn't get that wrong.
You fact check everything that I said too about the Luftwaffe.
Ooh, it's getting puffy.
You'd see it puff, but we're turning it off. We're turning it off. It's still a little wet, but I think
Still a little wet. That's how I like it.
I think, is this too much a little wet?
I don't know.
I think it's perfect. I think it's gonna cool down.
Did it kill all of it?
Ow, ow.
It is, no, that's
Oh,
like,
God,
that
it's
was,
so hot.
That was like a liquid. Look at it
I
go.
feel like if you did this, it's still puffing back up.
Yeah, go. Oh, gotta make sure it doesn't explode.
Ow, 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 ow. We gotta wait to flip it on a plate. Because I think that, like, how's this looking?
It's cooking in there. It's great. It's gonna cook itself. It's gonna keep cooking.
Yeah, there's like latent heat inside there.
Yeah.
Carryover cooking, we call it.
Yes. You wanna take the turkey out at like 155.
I have upsetting views about poultry doneness.
145, 135?
I pull it at 140 and I let it get to like 152. Here's the thing, how much, okay, the actual biggest,
I am already on, you don't even have to explain it to me. I've convinced myself.
Ma. Omelet's done. Come on, now we got this.
Do you want to use the sill spat?
Thank you so much for adopting the.
Didn't oil it enough.
You tried to
It came right out. Came right
Did it? Is it? It's clinging. Damn. Well,
That's pretty. It's pretty.
yeah, I don't know.
Well, look, it was never going to be the prettiest omelet in the world. That's not what was. That was not what was promised.
No, you know, we thought about doing like a whole leg of lamb with mint jelly. Sorry for correct pepper for the gentleman. Thought about doing a whole leg of lamb because they had recipes for that too.
In the microwave?
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, we don't need that. We don't need all that.
But I thought this was a cool way to show its, unique cooking properties.
It's hot. Did that hurt you?
It's just fine.
It's just
Fine. It's fine. It's eggs.
I think you'd have to want to work real hard to call that the best omelet. But it is fine. You know what I love about it? I can do that very fast.
You can.
And my son would like it.
Yeah.
My wife would like it.
Mm-hmm.
Put a little bit of hot sauce on it. Put a little bit of ketchup on it, depending on the member of the household.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Because Jose Andres did say this very offhandedly in one podcast. He just said, I love it, it's the best. That's my Jose Andres impression. And then everyone took that to say this is the best omelet of all time. I say everything is the best. Taylor made a supercut of me saying everything is the best. And I just, best in the world. And I have that now. And so this is a fine omelet, but yeah, it's going in the soup.
I'm just making a little bit of a soup of everything we've had so far. And I'm gonna have it at the end. Because I'm an entertainer.
Truly is. Hank, you want a shot?
Always. You know me. What the hell? I'm so I've
This
been
is a
looking
sipper.
at these ingredients for like
This
5
is a
minutes now.
sipper.
And I'm, okay, it's a little boy.
Cheers. I would say don't shoot it, just get it on your tongue, kind of taste it first.
It's good old simple syrup.
It's good old high fructose corn syrup, Hank.
I mean, it's not just high fructose corn syrup.
It's not just. So it is a simple syrup solution that is just water and high fructose corn syrup because it turns out it's very tough to buy the pure stuff. But this is 42% high fructose corn syrup,
Yeah.
which HFCS basically comes in HFCS 42 and HFCS 55.
Yeah, well, what I'll say about that is a person who makes simple syrup fairly frequently, don't ask.
Go ahead.
That tastes different.
It does taste different.
Yeah, the high fructose corn syrup tastes different from just regular sugar corn.
Corn syrup as itself is basically, it's not 100%, but it's basically pure glucose. When that gets to 240, if I'm yapping, let me know because that's
Well,
going in there.
there's also some fructose in there, I think.
Oh, there's also some fructose in there, but
somewhat famously in the name.
well, no, I'm saying in non-high fructose corn syrup.
Oh, okay.
So there wasn't fructose in there until
Take it back. Take it from the start. I wasn't paying attention.
So no, that's kind of the point. Is corn
Yeah.
syrup didn't have any fructose in it.
Yeah.
It was basically pure glucose. We're adding some gelatin to water and putting that in there. Until the Clinton Corn Processing Company. Again, so much of this is post World War II.
Yeah.
We had way too much corn. Had to figure out what to do with it, and so they're kind of like turn half of it into gasoline. Figure that out later with ethanol.
Dude, I am on this horse right now. It is weird that we turn half of the corn into fuel for cars and trucks.
It's so
That's
much.
very strange.
It's so much. It's basically like equal parts fuel and then animal feed and then exports.
And then we like eat like tiny like
literally
1%.
I think it's like 5% goes into all food processing,
including the oils and the corn chips.
Yeah,
so like what we eat as corn is less than 1%.
It's like so little. And so, but anyways, high fructose corn syrup, the process was developed in the 50s by the Clinton Corn Processing Company.
Okay.
But they were using an enzyme basically to convert glucose into fructose.
Yeah.
I think it was called glucose isomerase. But then
this is good because?
Well, so good, bad, you're going to need to suspend some normative moral beliefs right here.
For sure.
But basically what they were trying to do...
It's sweeter.
It's sweeter.
Yeah.
Correct. And sweeter means you can transport less of it, which means shipping costs would be lower. So they're just trying to create a cheap sugar alternative. Mm-hmm. But this all came to a head in 1971 when we signed a trade agreement with the USSR, where we started subsidizing corn even more heavily because we needed to send it over to the USSR as a weird form of soft power. And then there was a sugar beet crop failure in the USSR in 1972.
Oh, wow.
So global sugar prices rose, and then suddenly the Clinton Corn Processing Company said, we got a ton of crazy sweet liquid sugar, and we could add it into everything. And then they did. And now we're here. All right, we're going to pour this. We're going to see what happens here.
I'm excited. If it works, I'm excited. I would never have guessed we were making fluff.
I got this idea because I made homemade marshmallows for my sweet potato casserole during Thanksgiving. You have to use corn syrup for that recipe, basically, because it's stable and it doesn't crystallize, and it can get to caramelized temperature without actually like turning into caramel.
Oh, it looks very cool, and it also smells very good.
Yeah, it kind of smells like dog paws a little bit. That's the gelatin.
Paws?
Do you get that from gelatin?
No, I was smelling like cotton candy flavor.
Smells like that too. Dog paws smell hot.
I thought that they smelled like corn chips.
That too. Well, hot corn chips.
Hot. One of my favorite.
Hank, our fluff is fluffed.
This is such a good idea.
Thanks, man.
I haven't had a Fluffernutter in a long time.
Cotton candy was originally hand-pulled, and that's fine. It was originally hand-pulled. Here, you can eat that with a spoon. I know Hank's still hungry for food.
I am still hungry.
But they called it like a dragon's beard, or dragon's... Look at him go. Jesus Christ, I'll get you a sandwich, man. Chill. I also grew up with like the pro corn syrup propaganda commercials in 2008. They started.
Oh, really?
This. Yeah, because there was so much negative HFCS. Here's a sandwich. I'll make my own.
Thank you.
There's so much negative high fructose corn syrup advertising at the time that I mean, literally, it's like Monsanto basically is the one that's kind of like making a lot of these.
We could definitely figure out some way that our scientists have proved that actually it's really good for you.
Yeah, but it was interesting because they actually tried to change the name to corn sugar, and the FDA had to like block it. Like we know what this is, man. But like they're kind of right. It kind of just is sugar from corn, and.
But I understand why we do it because that's just good.
Yeah, how good is this though, man?
Oh, I like it. You know, the places where the fluff is thicker are better. Well, I'm a spell.
You dip it right in.
So I put it in my soup?
Dip it in the soup. Here. There you go.
I'm gonna feel weird. Does this next recipe by any chance have like just like 2 chicken breasts in it or something?
No, we have.
I'm starting to feel really weird.
I have a rotisserie chicken that we can feed you after, but you have to get through this because this is actually my favorite. We're kind of at present day. This is the final frontier.
There's new science still happening now, and it involves these black balls.
Do you know what these? That's actually the title of this YouTube video.
Oh, I thought there was gonna be a pit in there.
There's no pit in there. What do you think these were?
I thought it was gonna be maybe a cherry.
This is not a cherry.
Really dark black cherry, but it looks like maybe now it's a weird ass grape. Nope, it's a tomato.
It is a tomato. This is the purple tomato.
Okay.
This is invented by Norfolk Healthy Produce.
They put healthy in the name.
They did. They changed the name from Plant Sciences to Healthy Produce for a very specific reason.
Yeah.
This is the world's first genetically modified tomato that is
good.
good.
That's a good tomato.
This is invented by a scientist named Kathy Martin, who is a biochemist from Cambridge, and she'd been working on this for about 20 years. And what she did is she took genes from the snapdragon flower, which is very purple, effectively the purple pigment, which comes from anthromycin, which is an antioxidant. It's the thing that makes blueberries and blackberries have both their color and also their antioxidant properties. And they developed the world's first genetically modified tomato that you can grow in your own backyard. But
it's so good.
but genetic modification and tomatoes. So The first GMO crop ever on the market was the Flavr Savr tomato in 1994.
I remember everybody said it tasted like fish because they're very impressionable.
Wait, did you have a Flavr Savr tomato?
No, I never have. Maybe they didn't taste like fish. Do they taste like fish?
I don't. There were a lot of weird reports
Yeah.
about them, almost a little bit similar to the MSG discussion of
felt like that
kind of mass hysteria.
But I don't know if I
because
ever had one.
Back
then I didn't know what tomatoes could be good.
Well, yeah, neither did anybody. Because you were in Florida at the time, right?
Yeah.
That's where like a majority of America's tomatoes are produced.
And they make the ones that taste like pure water.
For a very specific reason, because they had what's called green and gas tomatoes.
Oh.
Where they pick them while they're still green before the plant had
When they're nice and hard and they can't get bruised.
Correct.
Yeah.
But also they can't develop flavor. But what they can do is they can gas them with ethylene, which makes them redder, it makes them riper, but it doesn't allow the gene that basically has all of its flavor locked up in it to express itself.
I moved to Montana and there's tomatoes that are grown and ripened locally, and I'm like, oh, I get it. I see. There's a reason why people why these are a big part of food.
I mean, a good tomato, I think, is like the single best plant that you can eat.
It's so
my favorite
strange
thing.
that fast food puts tomatoes on things, even though that tomato does nothing different than the lettuce. It's like
just a water carrier.
Cold water carrier.
Yeah, I agree. And so Flavr Savr legitimately thought that, hey, we can kind of solve this problem.
Yeah.
Because we can. What they actually did is they edited the gene that allows pectin to break down in the walls.
Sorry, I'm still
No,
hungry.
keep snacking. I'm making a simple bruschetta because I want to keep these raw.
Oh, lovely.
And I'm going to put a little bit of this purple basil in it, just 'cause I think
Oh.
it's such a beautiful color. But we're also going to try and make a gazpacho to see how this changes when you add some acid to it. How do you feel about purple basil? It's going in there.
I don't have any thoughts about it. I don't think I've ever had purple basil. Is it different
Believe,
from basil?
man. Got more anthomycin in it.
Oh, we're making it all purple. We're doing an all purple day.
But the Flavr Savr tomato. Isn't it nice?
Yeah. It's great. Yeah, no, it's got good basil flavor.
Put that in your mouth. That'll help.
What is it?
I don't know, man. High fructose corn syrup mixed with grain alcohol. No, it's white balsamic glaze that we're gonna add to our wonderful little bruschetta.
Oh, mouth salad.
But anyway, so like the first ever GMO crop was this Flavr Savr tomato, but the problem was they couldn't get farmers to grow it because people were so skeptical of GMOs at the time because they were using the term like frankenfood.
Oh yeah, still
and all
happening.
that.
Still a problem.
It's still a problem, but I think the purple tomato is actually really a turning point in this. If you were to ask anybody, like, would you eat this tomato even though it's genetically modified, 90% of people would go, yeah, sure, whatever, it's just a delicious looking tomato.
Yeah.
But that person would probably think that only 1 in 10 people would say that.
Oh, interesting.
It's sort of everyone
Yeah.
thinking that people still have these perceptions of genetically modified foods as, being these like weird frankenfoods.
They really do look like cherries.
And they're beautiful. And like, it's almost such a simplistic process. And
The other thing here, another thing I think that when I think of a genetically modified food, that's a part of the industrial agriculture
100%.
system of trying to, cut every corner possible,
Yes.
of maximizing, their bottom line over my health.
Yeah,
But if you're
100%.
saying, hey, this is an available tomato that is genetically modified,
Yeah.
but it's like really good. It's easy, it tastes good, it's got extra benefits to eating it, and you just grow it in your yard. I don't even really want to sell it to you at the store,
Yeah.
but it's definitely not part of some like ultra processed food thing.
No.
It's just a tomato. That's the way we should have gone about this in the first place.
It's
just
interesting.
giving people like a chance to choose it as a better product.
And it's even on their like FAQs. I'm not shilling for the purple tomato. I think this is a really cool product. And it's, like,
I am.
honestly,
It's good.
I agree.
Sorry.
Like even their choice to sell it as a seed, it was kind of just because Kathy Martin, the creator of it, who took 20 years to make this happen, she's just an avid home gardener herself, and was like, they look so pretty. I want people to have these.
They're so good.
And this is very much like the pastoral kind of side of this, right? Because the other side is Roundup Ready corn, invented in 1997, which is a majority of American corn right now. Put that nice bruschetta on top
right
of there.
Right into your gas tank.
Come on. The issue with Roundup Ready corn isn't necessarily the fact that it's genetically modified, it's what the genetic modification allows companies like Monsanto to do.
Right, which is like control seed, create a market for others of their products, etc. Create like a subscription service to food.
Gonna add some nice
the
high
glaze is
fructose white balsamic glaze
Did
here.
you make that with HFCS?
No, this is just pure I mean, there might be corn syrup in the balsamic. We haven't looked. There's a lot of balsamic fraud going on.
There's
right now.
some kind of sugar going into that.
We're just gonna garnish with a little bit of basil.
It's
One
really
single leaf, Hank.
I'll say if I got served this at a rrestaurant, I'd be a little bit weirded out just because that's not what tomatoes look like.
Hey, cheers, man.
Oh, cheers! Ugh. I'm having a hard time figuring out how to put this in my mouth.
I'm gonna try it.
No, I'm good. Be able to put that down.
Right.
You made it even better.
There's a magic in science with cooking.
I was really worried that it was gonna get worse and worse and worse every single era, but this is the best. This is great.
We got one more thing. I should have honestly made this in tandem, but I wanted to serve you your food because I know you're still hungry. We're gonna make a simple little gazpacho with it, and also we're gonna add a little bit of acid to it. It's actually gonna change the color a little bit, kind of into like a deeper purple. Yeah.
Anthocyanins.
Gonna add just a little bit of champagne vinegar. Gonna up that acid a little bit. Gonna throw in a little bit more grated garlic. Oh God, look at it there. Look at there. Trim in some olive oil. There we go. Now we're cooking. Oh God! Oh no! Oh no! The purple ooze is coming. You mentioned earlier that we kind of we made food taste too good, which is a very simplistic way to look at it, but I also believe that. And we've used a sciencey term, hyper-palatable, hyper-palatable, ultra-processed, right? But hyper-palatable just means the food's too good and you kind of
too good.
Can't stop eating it because the Doritos are there. But maybe we made the wrong foods too good.
We did all this to information as well. Yeah,
we made Ask Hank Anything too informative.
we made the wrong kinds of information too good.
You mentioned like the industrial. That's pretty nice. And it's cold too.
I don't like gazpacho.
Well. Put one more little piece of basil on there.
For looks.
For looks. There we go. Leave it basil, Hank. There's your good.
I'm gonna hurt the
purple smoothie gazpacho.
It really is very purple. Hold on. Did you just drink that like a cup? Like a cup of soda pop? Yeah, there's just something I don't like about it. The part where it tastes like the purple tomatoes is good. It's just, I mean, it might just be that it's cold. Like, maybe if you microwaved it, I'd be like, that's good soup.
You know the microwave was invented by Raytheon in 1945.
Drop an egg in there. Some mayonnaise.
I heard it's the best omelet you'll ever have. All right, try this.
Okay. No, it's not good either. It's so acidic. But it turns out that it's just too acidic for me. Ooh, corn syrup.
Yeah, what about it?
Put it in. My gazpacho. We're inventing.
Give me the jug.
It's right there. You see the jug? Where's my shot glass? I don't. You just give me a couple drips. You're strong. Use that forearm. You made that at the gym.
Try that.
Okay. Yeah, that's better.
Wait, actually?
Did you get one with a little bit of corn syrup in it?
Oh, that's good. Oh, that is good.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
There's a little. We're getting closer to a marinara, honestly. Is what's happening. He's got an idea. We're gonna put whipped cream in it. Yeah, that's the thing to do.
It's straight up.
Absolutely.
No, it's just
stir the whole thing?
fully because now you kind of get into like Campbell's soup territory. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's getting there.
It's getting there?
It's getting there. We put some MSG in it. MSG's going in there. There's already a lot of MSG in this, or a glutamate in it anyway.
That's a lot, but go for it.
Ooh. Yeah, we made it happen. Yeah, have a little bit.
Color's upsetting.
America's most famous test kitchen.
It's actually good. It's actually a good tomato soup. Well, hey, man.
Well, yeah.
Do you feel like you learned something about science, the history of the world?
I put a little bit of each thing in this bowl, and I'm going to try it now.
Don't eat that, Hank. Don't eat that.
Okay. I don't think there's anything in this. I don't think that we're going to discover something new in here.
I don't think we're. I think science is sort of like, really ran its course in a lot of ways that you're not going to find in that bowl.
You know what it tastes like?
Huh?
It's all the things we ate mixed together.
The scientific method in action. Hank, this is a blast though, man. Thanks for letting me yap at you.
I learned a lot.
See y'all later. Hank, you got anything to plug?
Oh, Ask Hank Anything is at youtube.com/complexly, where I have conversations quite like this one where people ask me questions.
I'm there. I asked you questions.
Josh is on Ask Hank Anything, and you can come and watch it sometime soon. youtube.com/complexly.
Hank is on unnamed Mythical kitchen show that we're kind of doing for the first time, but is evocative of our famous 5 levels format that we did twice.
It's called Hank's Still Hungry.
Now check out what Hank Green had for his last meal. Oh, wait, hold on. Can we pause here? Can we pause at layer 7 and 8 right there? So what this actually is just a little bit of slide. It's like a, what's it called when tectonic plates slide over each other?
Subduction.